Hey there. Yesterday, I was chatting about the CURB to EI, CERB to EI transition, and part of that was that I was talking about the prorogation of Parliament, and that all of the new stuff that they announced, this CURB and EI and the new benefits and all the stuff, I talked about that yesterday, is based on passing a bunch of new legislation. Basically, like the government can't actually provide these new benefits until they pass some legislation. But right now, the government is prorogued, and I had no idea. I still don't really know what that means. So I looked it up today, and it's basically like a reset button is what I keep getting. It suspends all parliamentary activities. So like everything just gets shut down. There's no committees, there's no like investigations. Any bills that are currently on the table are just like done and they have to be reintroduced, and it's like anything, and that like all this stuff gets stopped basically. And then if you want to do like keep going with it, you have to reinstate it with a new session of parliament. So the parliament gets prorogued, and then there's a new speech from the throne, which basically sets out a new agenda for the government, just saying like, hey guys, here's what we're going to do going forward. And then all the stuff that was halted can then be like reintroduced. There's a lot of other stuff that goes on, I'm sure. It's a very high level and probably oversimplified explanation of how all that works. But no public business can be conducted while they're prorogued. So this ends on September 23rd. They're going to do this speech from the throne and basically start again. They're going to be like, hey guys, we need just a break for a little while. So we're going to hang out for a few weeks, maybe like a month, and then we'll be back. And I don't understand why this is a thing. Like, because it feels like, and what a lot of people are talking about, is that Trudeau's doing this because he's under investigation for this WE scandal thing. And so he's like, if we could just stop for a bit, then that would be good, because I don't want to keep going with this investigation here. So stop. That was my hitting the reset button motion, stop button. And that seems to be why prime ministers do this. So like the last time this happened, I guess, was Stephen Harper did it. And he was in the middle of a scandal. And Jean Chrétien was also in the middle of a scandal. Like, it just seems like the only reason that you would want to do this is because your government is in trouble. And so I don't understand why they created this lever for the prime minister to pull. So maybe you know, and you can tell me what the original purpose of this prorogation was. Like, why does this exist? Because it feels like it's just sort of like a get out of jail free card almost. And he's done this now, and he's hoping to set up a vote of confidence or confidence vote coming up here after they do the speech from the throne, which I don't totally know why a prime minister would do that. I don't know why he would want people to vote on whether they have confidence in him or not. But he's doing it. So if that happens, or when that happens, that vote happens, if the government, the like other parties in the government are like, yeah, we don't think that you can do this anymore, then he's going to trigger an election, which needs to happen like right away. So they're saying like a 2020 election, which is nuts to me because it's already the end of August. So that would be a really fast election. So I clearly don't really have a very good grasp on how all of this works and fits together. So maybe you can tell me what the original point of prorogation is, and like why a prime minister would use it for any reason besides they're under investigation for a scandal. I would love to know why that is, because I couldn't find a whole lot on it. Most of what I could find was just like written by the like the newspapers and stuff that are just basically like, here's basically what it is, which is what I explained to you is what they're writing about. And then they have gone on to say, here's when the last few times were that the prime minister has pulled this lever, and it's always been for the scandals. The prime minister's always been under investigation for something. So as far as I'm concerned, that's the only reason for it. But clearly that's not why it exists. So let me know in the comments, why was prorogation, I I think that's how you say it. Why was that created? I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll have some answers about this, and I'll update you tomorrow. Hope you're doing well.